Hello from the bookcase. Today I am reviewing some Isautiers. I am going to be kind of rushing because I got to go out to work. But this is basically a distillery I've been meaning to taste out for a long time because they are from the Isle of Réunion in the Indian Ocean. And they're also part of France, because it's just one of the French overseas territories. Now, for a long time, the only distillery on Réunion that got any kind of attention was Savanna. It is now getting way too much attention. The prices have gotten insane. So I'm glad to see some other options popping up. This is a bottling from Velier. Actually, a pair of bottlings from Velier, sorry. And it's a contrast between their basically molasses-based stuff and sugarcane-based stuff. So what the heck are these things? All right, so this first one, which is 57% ABV, is what Velier calls a traditional rum. Traditional rum for them is molasses-based rum that is continuously distilled, but not on the big kind of industrial skyscraper-sized multi-column industrial stills. We're talking stills that can fit inside a 2-3-story building that tend to have the distillate come off at 70-80% alcohol versus 90-95. But it has to be molasses based. That's the criteria for traditional rum. Ironically, if you actually look at the distilleries that do this, there aren't a lot of traditional rums left. And then the contrast to that is the sugarcane, cane juice based one, which is distilled in the same short traditional, if you like, continuous stills, but based in cane juice rather than molasses. So similar setup to Savanna. Now, I've been torn about these because, again, I've been wanting to try Isautier for a while, but these particular bottlings are what I've been wanting to try as younger bottlings, right? These are not young. They are 16 years old, 2006, which immediately raises an eyebrow for me. The price also raises an eyebrow. These come in at around $1.40 each, which is a little bit out of my comfort zone. But I don't know, like 16 years in Réunion, aging away is a long, long time. But it's not like I haven't enjoyed really, really old tropically aged rums before. So let's give this stuff a shot. All right, starting off with the traditional. Again, molasses based. It smells like a very woody, molasses-based column still rum. I mean, let me analyze that. I am getting a lot of vanilla. I am getting a lot of different colas, actually. I'm getting both RC Cola, which is my normal go-to for this kind of rum, but also just Coca-Cola. There's some kind of whipped cream going on. Plenty of cinnamon, plenty of clove. Dried cherry. There's no indication of what kind of cask these were, but based on the nose, I would suspect a lot of American oak. Just some like very raw woody notes. There's some like sawdust in there, some like little hints of dry ginger. A couple of black olives, fennel. There's a touch of medicinal character to this, like a little bit of a cough drop thing, which is something you can't actually get fairly often in older column still based rums. That's most of what I'm getting, honestly. It smells very nice, but it smells like an basically like an old molasses-based column distilled rum, which is fine. Ooh. Almost had an oopsie there. All right, let's taste this. Again, 57%. Really woody, really woody. Quite a lot of like kind of almost exotic wood coming out, like some balsa wood happening. Like, yeah, I'm bad with my woods. I'm sorry. Aromatic wood is my first thought. Lots of fennel, lots of aniseed, vanilla certainly, the dried cherry thing. Black pepper, like barrel smoke. Yeah, mostly follows the nose, really. Less cola on the palate than on the nose, but it's kind of there. There's some like it's not really like cola. It's more like the cola candies, little bottle shaped. You know what I'm talking about? Root beer as well, or really more like oh, what is it? Birch beer. Birch beer in the house. Cough drops again. That kind of sawdusty note. What's funny about this is despite the age, it's really not, it doesn't have much of a mouth length. That's a term I use on regular occasions to describe not just how long is the finish, but like how far back in my mouth does the effect go. This is really stopping right at my molars. It holds on really intensely with this kind of fennel, medicinal, woody, ashy note. But it's not really hammering any further back than that, which is a little bit not what I was hoping for something of this age. All right, I'm going to give this a couple squirts of water. We shall come back to it. 3... It's going to take at least 4, probably 5. I'm going to say like 4.5. Let's leave it at that. All right, and then the cane juice one. All right, this is 59% alcohol. Also 2006, bottled in 2022, also 16 years old. Not that far away on the nose. You can see the kind of the family resemblance. Also, lots of wood. Vanilla, creme brulee, different kinds of cherry, like dried cherry, but also like dessert cherry. There's some dried flowers coming through. Like a little lemon lime happening, like a little bit of 7-Up. What is that? I'm smelling something. Well, okay, let me come back to that. There's something medicinal in this, and I know what it is, but I can't put my finger on it. There's certainly some like just wild berries happening here, like raspberry, blueberry. Black pepper. It's actually a little bit surprising to me. I think the wood is less aggressive on the nose of this one. Usually with cane juice based old stuff, like the wood really takes over more quickly than with molasses stuff. So that's kind of nice for me. There's a little bit of like a vanilla fudge thing happening. like a confectioner's fudge, so no chocolate on this. A lot of cinnamon, a lot of maybe what I'm thinking of is like green NyQuil. Okay, I'm gonna run with that. It's like I'm thinking of green NyQuil. I know that's a weird note, but that's what I'm getting. Yeah, and lots of spices. Cinnamon, cardamom, touch of ginger. It's pleasant. Let's see what happens on the palate. Much weirder. Actually, the green NyQuil note is kind of taking over now. It's like there's a lot of. It's 7-Up, but it's almost like boiled down 7-Up syrup, or like, you know, the syrup you use to make 7-Up before you mix it with the bubbly carbonated water. Yeah, that's a lot of what this is. It's like it's green NyQuil and it's 7-Up syrup and a lot of wood. And it's kind of fun. I'm gonna need a second to get my brain around this. So the finish actually holds on a little bit longer than the molasses one. The mouth length is much more impressive than on the molasses one. The downside is it's just weirder. Maybe that's not a downside though. It's just it's a different set of flavors. It's got the I can't get away from green NyQuil. It's got that. It's also got lots of cinnamon, lots of cherry, lots of just like burned wood, vanilla, creme brulee, birch beer again. Slightly floral. It's a fun one. It's a weird one. So far, the cane juice one is ahead for me, but I'm going to reserve judgment until I add some water to it. 2, 3, 4. Let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna go half a squirt more. Okay. These are interesting. These are fun. I will say, I think I would be enjoying these more if they'd, you know, pulled them out of the cask, you know, 6 years earlier, 8 years earlier. I would have also enjoyed, you know, paying less money for them. But you know, what can you do? I have to say, at this point, these are good. I'm enjoying them. They're fun. They're interesting. Don't know if I would cough up $1.40 for them though. All right. Let's see what we got. Oh, my pen is gone. Everything live. Everything live on different spirits. All right. Back to the traditional. The RC Cola comes out a little bit more on the nose. Otherwise, not a whole lot of change. It's kind of like... Yeah, it kind of smells the way it did before I added a whole bunch of water to it. Which, again, is fine, but not what I want to see on like a $140 rum. All right, on the palate. Mouth length is still a little short, but the finish is actually a little bit better. feels like it's holding on a little bit more. It's a little bit more kind of ashy and assertive in a good way. Lots of wood, lots of fennel. The fennel actually steps forward a fair bit with water. I like this. I would drink this, but yeah, man, I struggled. At this price point, I can't see it. I really would enjoy this, paying this younger, paying less money for it. Sorry. 84 points. 84 points is good, but is not worth the layout. 84 points for the traditional. So let's move on to the cane juice one. It's fun to do no notes reviews of things at this level, actually. I don't do them that often. I tend to reserve them for things like tasting sets, but you know, it's fun to like plop down a $100+ bottle or a sample and just taste through it on camera. No prep work. The nose is actually receded a little bit with water. Which is not what I was hoping for. It still feels like I'm getting a lot of aromatic wood. I'm still getting a lot of, like, 7-Up syrup. But yeah, it's actually quieted down a little bit. Some incense coming out now. Okay, on the palate. And this can sometimes happen with older spirits. This doesn't really like water very much, apparently. I may try this again after the fact, but it just kind of gets a little bit thin, like the finish starts to fizzle a little bit. It's still good, but, and do not write the comment telling me that I drowned this, because I did not. It's still, fine. It's drinkable. It hasn't disintegrated completely. It's just, it's not holding together as much as it, as much as I would like after adding water, and it certainly hasn't improved with water. Oh, that's not great. Still nice note. I like that green NyQuil note. It's so different and fun. Nevertheless, I can't give this a score that's appreciably higher. I'm going to give this an 85 minus. Again, very nice rum, good rum. I would prefer to be tasting it younger and paying less money for it. And that's it. 84 for the traditional. 85 minus for the cane juice, and that's what I got. Isautier. Here's hoping we get more from them and younger and cheaper from them. Thanks for watching and cheers. Oh, question of the day, I guess. What is your favorite rum from Réunion that you've had, or have you had one? Yeah, let's make that the question. Have you had a rum from Réunion yet? Thanks for watching and cheers.